Bring in.
GP.
And GP Scott. Man's ready. GP, your mustache is on sideways.
Do not knock the drink. That would be horrible.
Respectable.
Hello.
Infants. No words. No words.
It's okay because we mentioned air being in the dead tournament.
We out here.
Finally.
Go!
No comment there. No comment there. Back to the match.
We have a Wario. Yes.
The Wah is here. DKHo's Wario.
Clap, clap.
And Moke's
Foot.
Head. These two tore their way through winner's side super efficiently. Let's see if Dan and Parsnip can make a change. That charge shot is a good indication, if anything.
Clap, clap.
So a lot of this is going to be if they can keep Crom out and they can keep Wario grounded and not moving. Because he's a slippery boy and Crom is just a chunky lad.
Go!
Oh.
But not very far.
Of course, so Crom has sort of replaced Cloud in a lot of situations in this game. I'm interested to see if doubles will be included in that.
I'm not entirely sure.
Because obviously his offstage is
not in doubles.
even more tragic than it was before. Or than Cloud's was, I should say, sorry. But the ability to just get those raw hits as follow-ups was so powerful. As long as he's not hitting his teammate, DKHo is taking a lot of hits here, but he's surviving until... Oh my lord, he survived the accidental assault by by Moke. This is looking...
It's still pretty even.
This is
Look
weird.
at the stocks.
This is such a bizarre game so far. We have 2 people at 3 stocks and 2 people at 1. I think a lot of this will change based on who dies first, Ho or Parsnip. Because that will really shift a lot of the dynamics of this. So both of those two are playing super careful. DKHo gets the back throw on...
Wario's forward throw doesn't kill as early anymore. It's a
doesn't?
little bit weaker.
What does happen, however, is Wario getting whacked.
Yes.
It's been 2 minutes. It's here.
His belly is full.
Oh, he goes for the grab and Parsnip just cuts his head off.
So let's see how this works then. Oh, not snapping to the ledge. That could have been dangerous.
Of course, yeah, this is that was the lesser of the two. If Parsnip lost that stock first, that would be devastating for them. But at least Wario keeps his comeback factor.
Yes.
Because he doesn't lose waft between stocks, obviously. Ooh, that charge shot on Banjo. Banjo's still coming. Why am I calling him Banjo? Moke, fucking...
You have the fighters pass early.
Anyway, back to the match. This is now looking pretty good for Parsnip. He just needs to stay alive here.
The bike also doing a lot more damage in this game per throw.
More knockback than
And it doesn't actually break on throw.
Oh,
so you can throw it a good couple of times.
In these situations, so previously Degalla was keeping his distance from Parsnip and intercepting with projectiles. I feel like that's less viable against Crom and Wario, because their ability to just weave in and out. Causing a lot of chaos here. We got some single stun.
Oh. Hello.
Shout out to Lumos. But back to the match. Everyone's at 1 stock here. Degalla on very high percent. He is on.
Parsnip had the right idea there because Crom, when he rises with his up B, he's not got any sort of armor.
Is dead.
Oh, lovely.
He is deceased. This is now a 2v1 situation with Parsnip at 100%. This is very tough. Moke covering that roll, just refusing the option before he even thinks of it. Ho goes for the back air, misses it on the throw follow-up, catches it immediately after. Very, very, very strong showing. A very even game for a lot of it, but Ho and Moke able to just kind of pull away advantages here and there throughout it. Very impressive stuff. Moke obviously known as like a very, very, very strong doubles player. Oops, excuse me. Very strong doubles player. And Ho, just known as a fantastic player all around in the Smash 4 era. I know he's not as big on this game.
I've not really seen his opinions on it.
As far as I'm aware, he's not clicked or gotten into it too much yet. I don't think he's
to be
entered
fair, when your
singles.
characters in the last game were Bayonetta and Sheik, maybe you aren't going to enjoy this game so much. And we have a spilt drink.
And GP has already spilt his drink.
Twat!
Let's go.
Not one game was played.
Let's go. I know, but I saw it.
Anyway,
back to the match. Oh, is Dan dead? Dan's alive. Gordon's
how
alive.
sad.
That was the bike
Go!
stopping the charge shot. It wasn't full, so it just complete. And that's what I'm talking about. Crom. That's what we were talking about earlier. Crom gets those follow-ups. Those stray hits are so good. You can literally just see a character's flying at him.
That was nice. Another super missile to charge shot. It didn't jump, it didn't hit, but oh my lord!
Conventional cape follow-up on the missile? That was dope. That
was scared of that.
A very scary situation. Any of those buttons would have killed anyone. Back air on Parsnip, setting him into the blast zone. Not quite killing though. DKHo accidentally edge guarding Moke, but then also getting the getting a kill on himself. Not so bueno, and now Team Parsnip and Degalla are in the lead.
Samus, I feel, is really valuable in this kind of format because, especially in doubles, if someone does a stray thing like a throw where they're going to be stranded afterwards, it's just a free 35, sometimes 40%, whatever it does with the charge shot. It's just the stray hits.
And even if you don't have charge shot, you get like a nah.
Yeah.
Toss it back to them, they can get a follow-up. Waft catching both of them.
Speaking of which, waft.
Wah. Yeah, that completely shifts the dynamic. 2 stocks gone in an instant, and now suddenly Parsnip's on his last stock and Degalla has lost his first.
A struggle boy.
Both of blue team are on very high percents here, so both of them could die to anything here. I think Banjo Moke might be dead. Christ. Crob's so deceptively survivable. He gets back and you never expect it. That back throw, not quite killing. Again, Dan's been using it for edge guard situations. Just sailed it. Mildly unfortunate. Ooh, that back air's going to take it though. That tipper on the toes.
Toe tip.
Ho just bouncing on people. He's doing his thing. He's a happy boy. And again, Dan is still doing so efficiently at just spacing around both of his opponents, letting Parsnip take all of the aggression, setting up those super missiles and those charge shots, and just staying out of harm's way.
I think what happened in the last game, even though Dan was trying to let Parsnip do the aggression, he was still getting hit himself. Meanwhile, he has got another stock here, so something's definitely going a little bit better in this game.
Kalos is much larger stage than what they were playing on previous. That just gives him a bit more room to like retreat. But now Parsnip dead.
They are still on 1 stock each. Oh.
But now Dan might be about to lose his stock. If he's not careful, he's got to play even more passive than he already was,
Dan's
which was significantly passive. Charge shot whiffing for like the first time in a while, I think. He's doing so well. I've just realized that Degalla's been charging his charge shots while he's recovering. Super efficient use of his time.
Yeah.
When he's not so interruptible. But I feel like if that gets cottoned onto by the blue team, they could really just like seal out this game here by abusing that. Because of course, you can air dodge and you can jump at a charge shot charge now. But both of those options are very coverable by large options, like those things that Crom has, and Degalla is gone from a down air, I believe. And now the 2v1 on Parsnip once again. Wario has his waft. Crom has any of his buttons. This is not looking too bueno. Oof. Parsnip goes for the down tilt and it's just immediately beaten out. Yeah, he goes for that committal rapid jab. DKHo jumps over and gets the waft. Not much to be done there. I feel like Parsnip, Meta Knight is a character that really doesn't do too well in the 2v1 situations.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it might have been better to leave it to Dark Samus, but I can completely understand them. They got a decent amount of time and damage with the two of them after the share stock, so it's completely understandable decision making. So we are 2-0 up for Moke and DKHo. They need to win one more. They are on tournament game.
Depends which stage we go
Degalla
to.
and Parsnip on the flip side need to win 6 games, well 3 games straight and then another 3. Well, they are done.
A big uphill climb.
I was almost thinking we might see a Greninja pick, but luckily we didn't.
Luckily.
Yeah, but Dark Samus has been doing very, very good stuff, especially on that larger stage, and now we're on
Colosseum.
I had to wait to see if I could see any platforms before saying if it was Battlefield or FD, for fuck's sake. I feel like this is not the best stage for this team composition slash like game plan that they've been going for, unless they're changing things up. But it doesn't look like it. You see Degalla, set up shop across the stage, shoot them missiles, Parsnip go to work. Much the same as before. Very little like adaptation, and but to be fair, I'm not entirely certain what that could be, because they have an efficient playstyle and it's just getting beaten out effectively. And Parsnip loses the first
I don't
stock.
know what happened with
That was just wild. I feel like Ho and Moke are just like on another level right now. They're just unable to really interrupt any of Ho's plans. That air mobility of Wario really doing it a service, just letting him be everywhere at once. Now he's pressuring that Dark Samus, and that grab it's so much better than it used to be, and it's still so committal. Ooh, nice little combo from DKHo on Parsnip there. Just racking up the damage. Whiffs the waft.
Whiff waff.
Up smash on all 3 opponents there, including his teammate. Ooh,
Big fist.
chunky S smash there, just like out of the blue. Ho plays so disrespectfully, it's like fantastic to watch.
And meanwhile, they both die.
And they both died.
Because Chrome F smashes Wario and Chrome get down bead the game.
Yep. What a silly character. Not the best character, not saying that. Don't fight me. I'm an innocent boy. But what a silly character.
Yes. It's a good job that Ho didn't have the waft there. Go
Yes,
for the jab
that
again.
would have been tragedy. Moke is looking for these edge guards on Degalla. He knows how efficient Degalla has been at dealing damage. Ooh, the shuttle loop. Looking like it's back in the day. Back but a few months ago. And everyone's just off stage here and Degalla's just chilling. I feel like, while I understand it, because he needs to give Parsnip space to breathe
He needs
to
to
get back on
assist
stage.
sometimes.
He needs to be like applying a bit more pressure, I think. He's getting the damage but not the pressure. And that's leaving Parsnip very vulnerable in a lot of situations. Like when Parsnip's in advantage, this stuff is fantastic.
Yeah.
Stays out of the way, and the instant anyone gets like a counter hit on Parsnip, they get smacked out the sky. But if Parsnip's in disadvantage, it's where it gets really scary and not so efficient. Parsnip back airs on the shield.
That's a dead Wario.
That's a very dead Wario. Is that a dead
So they
Samus?
currently have
No.
the lead at this point.
Despite,
stocks.
it doesn't feel like it, but they're
No.
definitely holding their own. I feel like it's almost like just the way that Moke and Ho are playing.
Yes.
They're playing with such confidence that it feels like even when they're another whiff waff. I just like saying whiff waff, to be honest. Let's be real.
Whiff waff. Wow.
Completely
Ooh,
missed that
nice.
down air. Oh, that
I
was
feel like that could have been a grab.
definitely a grab, because when you press Z when you're charging the charge shot now,
Yeah.
you get the shot. Previously,
Oh,
no!
Oh no!
That nice sinking there. Degalla, I'm not going to say it. It's not a fortunate SD, but I don't want to call it that. Parsnip with the illusion. He's doing his best to... Oh, is Wario? No, Wario's alive.
Yeah.
Wario had his bike.
He waited the 6 seconds and got his bike back.
6. Ooh, that Nez! Crob's dead, and Wario's dead. for some
They
reason.
both fucking died.
I wasn't even looking at Wario, I'm not gonna lie. Fantastique.
The bat and the brain thing take a game.
The Metroid Prime.
Correct.
The Phazon suit. Actually, to be fair, he is using the Mother Brain costume, isn't he? I like to think it's the Mother Brain costume.
It looks a lot. The sort of the deep red colour on it looks a lot like Samus's regular dark suit to me. I don't know who it's based on. They all kind of have reference. In fact, it looks like one. What's the hunter from Metro Prime Hunters? The red one.
Splice?
I believe it's based on that.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. Shoutouts to Silex.
The boy who still isn't in the game.
We need him. Dash attack at the very start of the game, looking like some kind of imbecile I can think of on commentary.
Oh.
Whoops. Ooh, Moke is getting these dash up tilts, covering that space very efficiently. Gets a quick 40%. Parsnip is doing very well in his own right. There's a lot of damage very quickly in this. Jeez, actually, this is... Dark Samus is nearly ending his stock. I think Dark Samus might be dead. Ooh, early up B. Meaties it. Catches Moke on the way back. He's been so accurate with these charge shots all the way through. I feel like he wasn't this accurate against us. Maybe he was just hitting you.
Maybe we were just shy.
You're not wrong there, Jim.
Ooh. Bombs. Oh, nice. Correct option.
So one thing, Dan is very, very often going for these down airs, and I don't feel like they're paying off.
No.
And I feel like he could be going for
A lot of the times
more.
they're putting him in more danger than they should be.
This is the thing, like a lot of sword players do. They do that, you know, jump from ledge down air, and it just puts them in more disadvantage than they need to be. Not necessarily in disadvantage, but just less advantage. And like when Dan is playing this runaway game, he needs every like frame he can take.
Parsnip at the end there, he just picked up the bike and threw it off stage. I feel it would have been more efficient to leave the bike where it was on the ledge, because then if they can get Wario off stage, that's where they can bully
That's where
him.
you edge guard him. Even
That may have been a
4,
misplay.
that was what you did. I think he's just scared of those extended waft setups, extended F smashes, all that sort of thing. Especially when you have Chrom on the field. I could really cause chaos. Goddamn, Wario's dead again. Well, first time this game, but...
Ooh, another whiff waff.
Whiff waff. Wafts are definitely not coming to them this quite so easily as they were in the first 2 games now. Either they're avoiding them way more efficiently, or DKHo is just getting a bit too antsy. He wants this to be over. As I was chatting about them Dez, and he catches one. They just don't die. I guess very low percent. Tragedy. And Meta Knight comes back because he's Meta Knight, and that's what he does. But you see here, both of them are on the opposite sides of the stage, and they're not assisting each other, and they're both getting pressured equally. And it's... Putting yourself in a 1v1 situation with DKHo tends to not be the best plan, regardless of who you are.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, he's not playing the characters he's made a name for himself with, but his Wario is nothing to be slept on. It's a serious business. We haven't seen anything really of the from up the edge guards.
No.
We have seen a shield break. Oh, DKHo
Okay,
does
fair
it
enough.
for him. Just when you thought Parsnip was get the punish, DKHo says no. This one's mine.
DK, no. Platform assists, let's go.
Very interesting. Moke just kind of standing there and letting Samus pretty much hang themselves. A little whiff of a charge shot there. Degalla's just pretty much praying that he can force these two to interact with each other.
Buenos dias.
Ya stuck, Samus. And that's a 3-1 victory to Moke and DKHo, who take the tournament with a shutout. They did not drop a set. That is the good stuff to them. Top doubles player, top singles player from Smash 4.